genre.
In the world of Hollywood, movies get greenlit and redlit. They get remade and rebooted. But we are the Ideal. I'm Sam Gasch, and you are listening to Ideal Remake. Thank you for listening to Ideal Remake. We take movies that either have been, will be, or should be remade and talk about what the ideal version of that remake would be. Today, we're making a wish upon a star, and it made no difference who we are, which narratively was a little disappointing. So, Stephanie Streisand, is Wish a movie that has been, will be, or should be remade?
It's never been remade. It's not a remake, so should it be remade? Yeah, in like 50 years.
Remade in that, do it again, but better?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome to Ideal Remake.
Thank you.
For anyone who's not immediately familiar with your voice, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Stephanie. I started doing comedy at 15 in New York, moved to LA, and write for film and television, write slapstick comedy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good. That works. And joining us today is Briar. What's her deal?
Oh, Briar the dog is a professional dog. She's a half boxer, half cane corso, cuddly dog who spends her day conning people out of their food.
I mean, I bet it works. I also think she is the first dog who is present for the recording of an episode.
Your audience will never know she's here.
I'm going to leave this in. But yeah, so we're talking about Wish.
Yes.
And we're talking about Wish because you were aware of it and knew everyone was kind of like, no.
Yes. I was like, oh, Wish will be fun because my friends who went to Cal Arts because they wanted to work for Disney saw Wish and went, oh my God, what the fuck happened?
I remember when Wish came out a couple years ago, kind of the scuttlebutt around, because it came out in 2023. Did it come out while we were on strike?
Yes, I think so. Or it was like right when it ended. I think they thought it was going to be like Oscar bait.
Right, but I also remember everyone was talking about how was the script for this movie AI generated, because it's just kind of...
Oh.
That's what I remember. And I could see it, because it's like, we're doing all the hits. The problem with this movie is it is all plot, no character, arguably.
I would say... I would say there's some redundancies.
Yeah.
There's some like... Wait... This was the line for the wife?
Yeah.
But not this? All right. Like, there was a lot of, like... Also, what the fuck? There's so much going on.
There's so much going on.
Without spoiling anything.
We can spoil all of it.
They're like, oh my God. Like, the group of, like, dwarves that aren't the dwarves. The 7 dwarves that aren't the 7 dwarves.
Oh, is that why she has so many friends?
Yeah. And the little one's like, I'm so grumpy.
Oh, see, I didn't pick up on that.
And one was sleepy and one was sneezy.
See.
And one looked like fat Snow White.
See, that all makes sense now that you're pointing it out to me. I didn't pick up on that at all. I'm like, oh, and the shy one's bashful.
Yeah.
That's incredibly obvious now. I hate it. I don't think we should do that.
No, I was like, okay, all right. But they were like, wow, this place that you have is great. Yeah, I'm shy, so I like to hide in this amazing apartment that no one knows about. And then the queen just like enters.
Walks in.
And goes like, I'm joining you guys. And I'm like, how'd you know about this shy girl's apartment?
Right. It was very much a like, oh yeah, introverts need a place to get away from it all, was the line. And I was just like,
some weird...
I don't think this is... How much money do you have, kid?
Yeah. It was just a lot of like, all right, let's go with it.
Yeah. Like, this movie dances around so many ideas, and the best thing I can say about this movie is that it somehow masterfully manages to dodge them all.
Oh my God.
Right? And the movie is not good. And they kept like doing songs at weird times, and I was like, okay, this song might be, and then it just kept going, and I was like, no, that's not going to do it either.
The songs also did not further the plot a lot of the time.
Like, the first song is, this is what the entire town is. Here's kind of the history, the background of the town.
Hated it.
Well, especially after we just got the intro to the whole town in voiceover at the beginning of the movie.
Yes, and in addition, so it reminded me of Encanto, but the difference between Encanto's opening song about, like, this is the place we live.
Right.
And, like, this is my family. She's singing about herself.
Right.
And we're watching this character go, like, this is the world. And I'm like,
But who are
fuck
you?
are you,
Yeah.
lady?
Mm-hmm. We still don't really know anything about her. We don't know what her wish was going to be. We don't know.
They insinuate.
A little.
Yeah.
But, like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, anyway, we're gonna fix it.
Well, yeah.
Basically, the premise of this movie is that there's this...
Oh, did you have one?
I mean, it's not going to take very long. Is that, like, it's an idyllic little fairy tale town. And this guy, Prince Magnifico, basically you have this wish deep in your heart of the thing you want to do. Everyone only gets one, by the way.
He's a king, no?
Oh, yes, King Magnifico. Whatever. Basically... You give that wish to him for safekeeping. Once a month, he grants that wish. And in the meantime, you live in a perfect town, happy as can be. Oh, isn't everything wonderful forever?
And you don't remember your wish.
You don't remember your wish, which you find out a little bit later, but yes.
Which I'm like, why doesn't he just lie and be like, you wished for a new pair of shoes, here they are?
That was kind of the interesting thing to me. I was like, okay, when
lie.
The first wish we see him grant is... You had the wish of creating the most beautiful dress in all the land.
Here's some scissors.
And tailoring skills. So it's just like filling roles that we need a new and or better tailor. So yeah, this lady's wish.
Yeah.
She can sew good now.
Right. Well, it was like, what are the wishes here that will make the land better?
Right.
And that's the ones that I'll grant.
Yeah. So that's the world. And then we're here on the day that Asha, and we also we also get the background of Asha of her Saba. She might be Jewish. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the old guy's name was Saba.
Oh.
She kept calling him my Saba. And then when she's welcoming new people, she's, hello, welcome, shalom. I was like, is this a Jewish movie?
Oh. That went over my head.
There were those two things, and that's it. It was just those two.
Okay.
I was like, okay. And even when looking at the names of the voice actors on IMDb Pro, the grandfather's who's only referred to as Saba over the whole movie, that's not his name in the credits.
What's his name?
I don't know. I couldn't figure out who it was. So I'm just like, okay, what? Anyway, he's turning 100 years old. His wish has never been granted, and they're really hoping that his wish is going to be granted.
I just realized this is supposed to be like Disney's 100th anniversary,
Yep.
and it's his 100th birthday, and that never really comes into play.
Never happens. They think they're making a lot of Disney references, but don't.
They do. They make a ton of Disney references. Mm-hmm. You just didn't notice.
Also true. Definitely and 100% true.
Because they were like, why?
Yeah.
Every time they did it, I just went, okay.
Yeah. Well, they get to the end in the post-credit scene. The grandfather's wish is to play music or something. And
he wants to make something that will last generations.
Yes. And I get, so either he wanted to write a song or he already knew how to write a song. I didn't know if he learned how to play the lute just instantaneously.
Yeah.
But something. At the post-credits, he's sitting there, staring up at the stars, playing When You Wish Upon a Star.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a post-credit scene.
The post-credit scene is grandfather just sitting there playing When You Wish Upon a Star. Oh. It's genuinely very cute. I liked it.
But then that's the piece that lives on with generations.
You would think. Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway, Asha, that's happening. That's her background. And then it's her special, it's the day everything changes because she's, it has an interview to be the assistant to the king.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a thing.
The sorcerer king.
The sorcerer's, one might say, apprentice.
Yes. Yeah, she's got an interview to be the sorcerer's apprentice. Someone comes out sobbing right before her. But then when she goes into the office, the sorcerer's not there. So it's like, Why did the guy cry in the first place?
Well, we also get the impression that the queen whose name is the Queen. I don't remember what her actual name is. She's like, I'm really pulling for you. I hope you get the job. We don't know why.
No.
It's just like, you seem nice.
Yeah.
Being friends with all the people who work here already.
Well, she's like the person that's like, hello, immigrants, let me show you around.
Yeah.
Eat some food. Give your wish away.
She's like, she has a job despite being, I think, 17.
Right.
Because that's the age of all Disney princesses.
Unless you look at their...
they're either 12,
their records.
16. They're not allowed to be over 18 unless they're Tiana.
Right.
I think. That seems right. Don't look it up. It's not good.
Don't, yeah.
And so it's like, okay. So she goes in, talks to Magnifico, is completely blown away, and she goes to, like, look at this really ornate book, and he's like, no one should ever touch that book. It's evil. And she's like, okay.
Let me show you these wishes I never let anybody see.
Right. So then she finds her grandfather's wish, and she sees it. Oh, he just wants to play some music and make something to change the world.
Song.
And she's like, can we make this one come true? And he's like, normally people wait until at least the second day to ask me for something. But no.
Yeah.
And then, like, immediately turns evil. And, like, despite the fact that up until that point, it's just like,
I was already evil.
Like, we knew that.
But the thing is, I don't... Disney was so excited about this movie. They were like, we're bringing back princesses again. Like, get ready. Your kid's going to want to dress up like this character. And the thing about that kind of movie is that usually with those movies, you know who the villain is, and they have a great song that drag queens want to lip sync.
That's true.
That was missing from this movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would say, I believe Chris Pine, as the bad guy, had more songs than the princess, which was weird.
Yeah, well, it's pretty close, but his songs are kind of just like him saying, I sure am evil now. Anyway, like, his character progression is, I'm going to be evil.
They sing a love song out of context together first.
They sure do. It's extremely... Look, it's a bad movie. And basically, he's like, I'm not gonna grant your grandfather's wish, but come with me anyway. You're gonna see the wish granting ceremony. And so he goes and grants the wish and says, see, I'll never grant your wish or your mom's wish. Deal with it, sucker. Anyway, you're not getting the job. So it's just like intentionally obnoxious.
Also, he was like, why don't you wish to be like my apprentice? Like, make a wish right now. Then it never comes up again where he's like, come on, make a wish. And I'm like, what are the wishes for?
Yeah. It's like they're both the thing that grants him his power, but then they don't actually grant him any power until he actually opens the evil book and starts absorbing the power of the wishes.
Right. But before that, he was using them for power also, wasn't he?
He wasn't, but, like, I think it needs to be explicitly said that, like, without a wish and something that you're striving for, you're perfectly happy doing any menial job.
Right.
Like, I think we need to lean way harder into the fascism, right?
Well, it was just like, when you're watching a fairy tale, it's like, you can give me, like, one thing of how the world works that I could be like, got it.
Right.
There's a troll-looking dude who sneaks into castles sometimes and spins straw into gold. Great. Love it. Buy it. I could get behind it. Fairies come and grant a wish, like, they each give a wish to the princess, on her christening or whatever.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, sure. But if you're like, everybody gives one of their wishes to the town. Okay. But then they don't remember it. And also, like, they could get it granted or not ever get it granted.
Right. And you're just fine with that.
And you're just fine with that because you don't remember it anyway. Everybody's also, like, fleeing to this town for a reason, but nobody's saying what it is.
Well, it's so good to live there. It's the, like, if all the places to live, this is the best one, or so we've been told, and why would we ever not believe everything we've ever been told?
It just felt like there were a lot of things thrown out there that it's like, oh, I have these wishes for power. I mean, I have these wishes to protect this land because my family was all murdered. And I'm like, what's going on, man?
You know what this town feels like? This town feels like the town that is being parodied and made fun of in Shrek. Mm-hmm. Because Shrek is all about, like, making fun of the concept of Disney movies, because Katzenberg was just, like, real mad about not being CEO of Disney, so he makes this whole movie about making fun of Disney.
Yeah.
Which is a great movie. However, it's built on spite, and I respect that.
Yeah. A little trivia about that is that Prince of Egypt was seen as like the good movie being made at the time.
Oh, yeah?
They would punish the artists if they were like, you're doing not a good job. Like, I don't want you working on Prince of Egypt anymore. And they'd send them to Shrek. And then Shrek ended up being the big hit.
Yeah. Although, growing up and going to Jewish day school, I've seen Prince of Egypt too many times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a problem. But Shrek's also great.
Shrek's great, yeah.
But this town feels like the town that's being made fun of in Shrek. It's like they're leaning into the, yep, we are a parody of ourselves.
Right. And then they're like, oh, and we'll make the lead like the fairy godmother at the end for Cinderella, and we'll make the bad guy the magic mirror in Snow White at the end.
Oh, is that what he was?
Yeah.
That's dumb. And I didn't pick up on... I picked up on the fairy godmother thing. I did not pick up on the magic mirror thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Like, we'll put you in the dungeon with your spell book that belongs to the evil queen.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And so is the implication that the queen is going to become the evil queen?
No, I don't think so. I think, like, he'll meet a queen down in the dungeon.
At some point in the future.
Yeah.
Anyway. So basically, Asha goes home and she's like, well, no one's wishes are ever going to be granted and it's my fault. I'm so sorry. I'm going to make it better. And she goes out to a really cool cliffside and makes a wish upon a star. And so the star...
Oh, we're still in the synopsis. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No. We'll get through... Let's power through the synopsis as quickly as possible. She makes a wish upon a star. The star comes down, bounces around.
Adorably.
Like, the star... Oh, the merchandising potential is off the charts.
Yeah.
And it bounces around, granting... Perhaps certainly sentience to the mushrooms, but the ability to speak to any number of forest animals.
Yeah.
Permanently, mind you.
Right.
Personality changing, sentience, ability to speak to animals and mushrooms. And then it's like, oh man, you're a star that grants wishes. Let's go grant wishes. And then, no, we're not going to use the star to grant any wishes. We're going to use the star to go set the wishes free?
Yeah.
I don't really follow what the logic was.
Well... The logic that I came up with, because they don't give you logic, is that the star can't grant humans wishes because their wishes are all in there, and so they don't have wishes to grant.
Oh, I like that. Good.
They could have said it.
They could have. So they try to set the wishes free and make everything right. So they hatch this whole plot where she convinces her other dwarves. You know what
the story is kind of like?
What's it?
It's like a babysitter be like, a kid's like, make up a story, like right now. And a babysitter's like, something about wishes.
It's almost like it's built off of a singular prompt, is what you're saying? I mean...
Yeah.
It's a fair criticism of the movie.
I agree.
They go and try to break the wishes out. It doesn't work. They get caught, and when the star comes down, everyone feels good and magical, and Magnifico's like, no, it was bad to feel that way. We're gonna go find Asha and the star, and they're gonna be mine now. But he's threatened by this other magic, so that's what makes him open the evil book. So he goes from being evil to being evil but green, and he realizes that if he absorbs the wishes, he gets more powerful. Somehow, that's not visually apparent in any way. He just tells us he's more powerful.
We don't see the difference. I don't see the difference in his magic.
Correct. They basically do this whole big plot where they're going to try and lure him away out of the town. Meanwhile, one of Asha's friends, Sleepy, had given his wish, and when he gave away that part of himself, he just became Sleepy. He had no sense of himself. And so he turned them in because there had been an offer of, like, your wish will be granted if you turn them in. And then this is when, your wish was to become the greatest knight in all the land. Well, now you're my greatest knight in all the land. And it's exactly like what you said earlier of, like, it should have been, I'm telling you what your wish is.
Right.
It wasn't.
Yeah, why not just fucking lie?
And so Magnifico gets drawn out of town, but it turns out that was a magic thing, and Asha...
Right, like, if somebody's wish is, like, I want to be the next king of this land, it's like, congratulations, you wanted to learn how to knit.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we will do that. Drawn away, they go to set the wishes free, but it turns out it was a trick. Magnifico was there the whole time. The queen is on the good guy's side or something, and he captures all of the wishes and the star in his magic staff that he made from being evil.
Yep.
But then it turns out that everyone
is a star.
Everyone's made out of stardust.
Yeah, it was a really missed opportunity to sing like "We Are Stardust."
It's a really missed opportunity to just have Neil deGrasse Tyson voice all the characters.
Well, let's save it for your recap.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh yeah, then they sing a song about being stars or something that overwhelms the
they're
power.
all made of stardust at one point.
And then all the magic goes back to the wishes. Everyone gets their wishes back, and Magnifico gets sucked into his little staff, and he gets turned into the magic mirror.
Right.
I don't know. End of movie.
Well, Peter Pan's gonna make a plane.
Oh, okay.
Did you see that?
I didn't realize that it was Peter Pan. I saw that
he had a green hat and a feather in it.
Look.
And she was like, "Hey, lady." I didn't catch her name. Maybe she was Wendy. Who knows?
Maybe.
But she was like, "Hey, lady, you want to fly, right? I saw your wish. This loser wants to fly. Anyway, this guy is making a plane. Why don't you work with him?"
It would have been a great thing for me to pick up. Didn't. Should have. Did not. And then they have the whole credit sequence with showing all the different characters from Disney history made out of Constellation Light.
I didn't watch the fucking credits.
Oh, I'm sitting there just typing on my phone and being on Instagram being want to be mad about the movie. And so I'm seeing that go by. And I think the only characters I didn't see in the credits are the ones from the previous episode of this podcast.
Oh.
When I remade The Rescuers.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to talk about that.
Oh, yeah? How come?
Well, Medusa's very... she kind of looks like the chick in Who Framed Roger Rabbit that goes, "Oh, man!"
Little bit. I just thought it was the fact that they keep, in both The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under, they keep pointing shotguns at children and firing them.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. I mean, they're still up on Disney+. They're not burying it in the same way they're burying Song of the South.
They should never bury... Are you saying they should bury Rescuers Down Under? Because Joanna is one of the most amazing characters ever created.
I agree.
Disney.
I watched Rescuers and then I had to watch Rescuers Down Under.
They keep on making these fucking prequels of how did Cruella de Vil get to be... Give me Joanna.
A jaunt with Joanna?
Yeah, just give me Joanna and the iguana just palling around.
Yeah. It's good. But anyway, so that's the movie as it exists. What are we going to do?
Okay. What are we going to...
Yeah, you watched the movie this morning.
I watched the movie this morning.
What are your thoughts on how do we fix Wish?
Okay, first of all, firing the composer and lyricist.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the first thing I'm doing.
Fair, but I kind of meant story and script wise.
You can't you can't. You got to do that first.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Honestly, that is to me. I was like, these songs are awful. The lyrics are awful. Sondheim can't do a melodic tune. These people. I was like, what am I singing? Who's going to do the slow duet of a song for the credits at the end?
I was so tempted to turn around and pull up their names, but I'm realizing now I probably shouldn't do that.
Nah, shame them.
I mean, I'm sure that they have other things that they've done that are good, but it is not present here.
Oh my God. It was so bad.
But so in some of the things I wanted to do to kind of make the world a little bit more interesting is I think it is this perfect world because everyone is complacent. I think we need to lean into the fascism of, oh yeah, this town is perfect. Why would anything ever be different? This town is as wonderful and fantastical as it could possibly ever be. Everyone wants to live here. You give up the part of yourself that yearns for anything greater, anything better, and you take whatever menial job is given to you by the town. And then I thought about that there's kind of two different communities in the town, and this isn't addressed at all. Mm-hmm. There are the people who've had their wishes granted, and there are the people who have no wishes.
Right.
So especially...
That's an interesting point.
So especially the people who have their wishes granted, that's got to be the inner circle.
Yeah, I want to know who they are. I want to know what their wishes were.
That's the Hunger Games capital city, whatever it was called. The capital.
Right.
And then everyone else is just yep, we gotta make the bread. That's what we do in this town. And you've had your wish granted. You get to go be a part of the inner sanctum or whatever.
Right.
And I think that's interesting, especially if it's rewarded to the people who are the best at following orders, doing what they're told.
That's interesting.
Being a cog in the machine, if they get their wish granted, of being able to do that again, but better or grander. With scissors this time.
I mean, you don't have to do that. I feel like just dangling that carrot of like, your wishes are granted if you're good, but if you're bad, you'll never have your wish granted. Like, that'll just make everybody just fall in line anyway.
Yeah, and like, if anything, I feel like they grant wishes too often in that, like, oh, once a year a wish gets granted and everyone works to be that one person a year.
Yeah.
And because Magnifico has the line where he's like, oh, I granted 14 wishes last year.
Yeah.
Where are these people? What were their wishes?
They were probably so lame.
They had to be terrible.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I wish I had a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Boy, I sure wish I had red hair.
Right.
We don't know. And I feel like that's the world as it exists, and that he's trying to build. Like, that's Magnifico's ideal.
Yeah.
But I feel like the resistance or whatever are the people who do make wishes on stars, of like this old forgotten magic of like, you don't have to rely on a dictator or some sort of like central authority figure to give you the ability to grant your own wishes. A, you could work towards it, or B, you could also have it solved instantly by wishing on stars. So we don't get to it until the very end of the movie when he's like, you wish on stars, I'll cover up the stars. I feel like that should be his plan from the beginning.
Right.
The only threat to his power is wishes being granted by somewhere else, and that's stars. So I feel like Magnifico needs to blot out the night sky, and somehow this one star gets through.
I thought the whole movie was a missed opportunity. So I think it's like, this is Disney's 100th year anniversary. They want to celebrate Disney. They want to make it like When You Wish Upon a Star, their biggest song. It's all about wish. It's about making those dreams come true. Walt Disney had a wish, and he made that come true. And because of it, like, all of these people who are now young at heart have these like dreams and wishes that have come true. And so this movie is supposed to celebrate that. So it's not as marketable as saying like, here's your new princess. But to counter that, what I'm about to pitch, to just justify it, they go like, oh, we're going to have a new princess, but then she's not. Instead, she's going to be the fairy godmother for like Cinderella eventually.
Right.
So like, we just know her as like a fucking old lady.
It is wild to know that she grows up to be Whitney Houston.
Oh, you made her the Whitney Houston
godmother? No. But if we're referencing Cinderella having wishes granted, why not Brandy?
Right. That's true. I mean, it just was like, okay. But if you're going to do that anyway, and it's not really going to be a Disney princess that you're celebrating that people are going to dress up as, by the way, the costume choice for the character was not something girls would want to dress as.
No. But, again, granted, this is the studio that watched Frozen and said the kids are going to want to be the Kristen Bell character and not the
amazing dress,
princess dress.
So I was just like, honestly, I watched it and I would recast almost every character.
Yeah, which I did a little bit, but like, what do you want to do with those characters? Like,
I want to change. What's her name?
Asha.
Asha. I want her to be Mickey Mouse.
You want her to be literally Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, this is a missed opportunity. That should be Mickey Mouse. The goat should be Pluto. Donald Duck should be the one that like turns in for the wish.
Yeah.
Just like, there's so many like
if we're gonna celebrate, you also
if you're gonna celebrate, because to me I was like, it reminded me of Mickey and the Beanstalk. I wanted those characters from Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Tell you what, we could even do this. We can even have it be all of the Disney characters, and it's a kingdom of other people, and when characters have their wish granted, that's how they become a movie. That's how we get Cinderella and
That's
Aladdin
fun.
and Sleeping Beauty.
That's fun.
Their wishes granted, this is their
but
movie.
Like, it's supposed to be celebrating Disney. Mickey Mouse is like the mascot of Disney.
Yeah.
So if it's all about like making wishes come true, it should be Mickey Mouse who does that. And then you have a sorcerer character. It's like, why aren't you using Yen Sid?
Right.
So that should be Yen Sid. And then I have a new bad guy, and it's Yen Sid's twin brother.
Okay. Sure.
Who comes...
Sid Yen?
Yep, Sid Yen. Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
But he's got like a great bad guy song. We know he's bad. We know that he's taken the other guy's place. We get to see that. Mickey Mouse doesn't know what's going on, but he does notice that, like, this version of Yen Sid is, like, very happy all the time and just, like, kind and, like, charismatic. And it's like, whoa, something's going on with Yen Sid, but I like it.
I liked
because Yen Sid's so, like,
grouchy.
I'm a good guy, but I'm very, like...
Yeah. And for people who aren't 100% positive and know who Yen Sid is immediately off the bat, he's the sorcerer from the Sorcerer's Apprentice, right? Interesting design now that I'm looking at him, but whatever. Okay, so it also brings up an interesting point of, like, because I have a poster over there with, like, all the Disney movies starting from Snow White up until Mulan.
Oh, wow.
And Mickey Mouse isn't the star of any of them. You know, the face of Disney. So it
Mickey and the Beanstalk isn't there?
No, because I don't think...
Or Fun and Fancy Free, rather?
Fun and Fancy Free is there, but...
Because that's Mickey and the Beanstalk.
But that's not the full thing. Like, even Fantasia, it's a part of it. It's not, like, the full thing.
Oh.
Because Fun and Fancy Free it's, like, a bunch of different shorts, right?
I don't know.
No, is it not?
I think Mickey and the Beanstalk's pretty long.
I've definitely seen Mickey and the Beanstalk, but I don't remember... I'm going to look up how long it is.
And then I would get rid of all of the songs that, like, Mickey Mouse... sing, like, get rid of all of Ash's songs now that it's Mickey Mouse. Have the star sing a song.
Mickey and the Beanstalk is 29 minutes long.
Oh.
And I'm going to look up now Fun and Fancy Free, which is on the poster. Fun and Fancy Free is 73 minutes long. So I'm sure Mickey and the Beanstalk is a big segment, but it is less than half.
Yeah. So, like, to me, it's like, you can give Mickey a song, but it's like with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Yeah. And they're all singing together. Maybe Daisy and Minnie are also there. They're all singing together.
It's a real Kingdom of Hearts.
Yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts straight up. So they can have a group song. But other than that, no. I want the star to sing, kind of like the harp does.
Do you want the star to sing? Because I was kind of okay with the fact that the star couldn't.
In this version, I'm like, oh, if Mickey's playing the lead, like, somebody has to have, like, a fun voice to listen to.
At some point, Mickey's got to have an I Want song, right? Like, does Mickey talk?
Yeah, and I think the I Want song is something that's like a mix of Goofy and Mickey.
Gosh.
Because he goes, he's the one that laughs like that.
But Mickey's like,
ha ha, ha ha ha.
You're gonna know better than I do because you have a better knowledge of the history of animation. But I thought I was close. But oh well.
I think he can have the I Want song as long because I can't listen to Mickey singing a full song.
When you wish.
Exactly, it's just not gonna work. But
no.
I can have him go like, I'm about wishing, and I'm like you can put it in like a group number, but like.
Well, I think what you can do is his I Want song is, I think he doesn't know what his wish is, and he spends his whole I Want song trying to emulate all the other previously wishes that have been granted. He tries to sing Part of Your World. He tries to sing a song from Alice in Wonderland. He tries to sing a song from Cinderella. He tries to sing a song from Sleeping Beauty. And his I Want song is an amalgamation of everyone else because he hasn't figured out what his song is. His wish.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I was just like, just remake it with Mickey. Like, I was like, why are we watching all of these characters that's like...
Merchandising! Where the real money from the movie is made.
I was just like, this is the 100-year anniversary. Just make it Mickey Mouse. I mean, it's not as...
I think I agree with you,
marketable. Though. It's not as easy to sell.
It's not something new to market.
Right.
Like, theoretically, the whole thing with Frozen is that as a new character, you do not own anything for this. Go buy it. As opposed to Mickey Mouse.
Like, you're right, the star is adorable. It's cute. It's sellable.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, the merchandise could have been the star.
Right. I think that they certainly intended it to be. Obviously, this movie crashed and burned. But I think making Mickey making Mickey the star. No. Making Mickey the lead.
Yeah.
I think makes sense.
Because he becomes the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, like, it's the whole thing of, like, you get to have him put on the hat. You get to have Mickey do magic, which Asha doesn't really ever do. Like, she gets a magic wand at some point and
can't figure it out.
Barely does anything with it, and then it's almost immediately broken.
Yeah.
And it's surrounded by all these talking animals and different aspects. I think making Mickey the lead in the 100 Years of Disney celebration is pretty good.
Yeah.
And we can even have Mickey aka Steamboat Willie, in the Asha role of bringing new people to the town. All he is the one who runs the boat back and forth, bringing people to move into the town, whose wishes he sees granted, but never his.
Also, if you want a bad guy song that drag queens can sing to, it could be like Yen Sid has like, if Yen Sid is equal to a Merlin type, even though there's a Merlin in the Disney universe. But then, like, give us a Morgana type then, who can shapeshift into Yen Sid. So then, this way she gets, like, an amazing Ursula kind of song, and then is like, oh, and now I look like this, and then she just, like, constantly changes back. Like, that's a new character.
You don't even need to do that necessarily, because you could take Yen Sid's twin brother or whatever, and we get through half the movie, and then they shapeshift and reveal that they were Ursula the whole time.
Right.
Because we already have all this Disney history of, you have a shape-shifting sorceress, use her.
You also could just do something even crazier. No, Disney would never go for this.
I mean, Disney wouldn't go for a lot of the things we're saying. Go pitch it anyway.
You can have it be a human boy the whole time, and at some point gets transformed into Mickey Mouse.
Oh. You could do that.
I don't think that.
I'm kind of trying to, like, because a lot of what we're pitching is kind of dancing around the Jason Segel Muppet movie kind of plot. Of, like, this character is like, oh, I grew up and I always wanted to be a Muppet. And he's, like, clearly the Muppet child.
Yeah, just make him Mickey Mouse from the beginning. Just make it that town where it's like, some animals talk, some animals are just animals.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right. I hated that they were like, oh, look, it's Thumper and Bambi, and now they're going to sing to you.
Yeah, that, I did pick up on that.
And it didn't further the plot at all, and I was like...
Well, the giant bear's named Baloo, and the deer is named Bambi, and they go off and they become best friends and walk away, and I'm like, I don't think we needed that.
No. Doesn't Bambi say thanks for not eating me?
Yes.
And I was like, but bears don't eat deer.
Well, it was also like, well, not now that we've sung a song together, it was something like that. And it was just like, And then there's a moment later when Sleepy gets, oh, he's defeated, he's beaten up, and Asha runs away because she leaves him to the bear, and the bear's like, oh, I'm not the one you have to be afraid of, and then he backs into the bushes, and just like 100 rabbits pop up, and we get to have the joke of, no, as we cut away to something else, and it's like, okay... I've seen this joke so many times.
Right. Also, we didn't establish that there were a lot of rabbits to begin with.
We established there were a couple, but like...
Not 100. That was 100 rabbits.
It was quite a few rabbits. But, so we have... And we can even have fake El Cid, not El Cid.
Yen Sid.
Yen Sid, thank you. El Cid is a theater. Yen Sid captured in a mirror. You want to do that, fine. It's a good way to get someone out of the way, and they can't really escape from that, and then eventually, like, it'll swap. But, do we need a Grandpa Mickey? Do we need a Mama Mickey?
You can have a Grandpa Mickey. Yes, you can have a Grandpa Mickey. Like an old Mickey Mouse. I love it. Give me an old Mickey.
That's the one that's in black and white?
For sure. I was just thinking a white beard for no reason.
Sure, I'm into it. That's funny. Like, I'm comparing him to, like, old Popeye.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think the mom was needed at all.
No, the mom didn't contribute anything.
No.
Other than the fact of, like, Grandpa was white and Mom was not, so now we kind of understand why Asha looks the way she does.
Like,
but, like, who cares?
I was just like, this is a Disney movie. Why are either parent alive?
Well, the dad wasn't and the grandma wasn't.
Yeah, kill the mom.
All right, fair enough.
Was this a Disney movie or not?
I mean, look, I don't know what was plugged into the computer. It's impossible to know.
Now that you say the ChatGPT thing, I think that has to be what it is, right?
It's I don't know. It's either, like, even if it's not, it's that same mindset of, like, we have to sand off all the edges and just give people stupid, pretty lights to look at because that's all they care about.
They were like, I just was like, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and now I'm going to be a bad guy. I'm like, you already were.
You were a bad guy the whole time. This movie cost $200 million.
I also, watching it, I was just like, is Chris Pine not an executive producer? Like, was he too scared to be like, these songs suck, can you rewrite them?
He was not an executive producer, as far as I can tell. I do have the name of the composer, by the way, Who
is it?
Let me see. It's a man named Dave Metzger.
That sounds familiar.
He's worked on other things, but not... He worked on Mufasa, The Lion King. He was on Once Upon a Studio. He was in the music department on Frozen. I think that, like... I like he did Spellbound and Disenchanted and Spirited, the Ryan Reynolds movie.
He's not good.
No.
He's not good. And you know what it is? Let me see if...
How can you say that about the man who was the orchestrator on Captain Underpants, the first epic movie?
I'm going to look up his IMDb.
Not his IBDB.
Yes, his IMDb. This guy has no experience writing music and lyrics. I don't know why they would do this.
I think it's because it was one of those things where, like, he's been working on a bunch of Disney stuff up until that point, and it's like, well, this is his big opportunity.
He's only been an arranger. He did the orchestration arrangement for The Lion King on Broadway, and he orchestrated the music for Frozen on Broadway, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing that they fucked up with, because Disney does well when they go to Broadway composer and lyricist.
Yeah, okay, well.
That's why Frozen was a home run. They got the people from Avenue Q.
Great.
That's why Hunchback was a slam dunk. They had Alan Menken and who did Little Shop of Horrors, and they had Stephen Schwartz doing the lyrics. He did Wicked and Pippin. So it's like, just go with what works. I don't know why Disney goes like, no, let's save some money and go with somebody that's only written for straight to VHS movies for us.
Because now let's save some money is like the Disney slogan. That's basically how they do everything.
I mean, just go to the Light on the Piazza guy.
Okay.
He hasn't done a lot lately. Have him write the fucking music.
Let's find out who the Light on the Piazza guy is.
I think it's Hammerstein's, like, grandson or something.
Music and lyrics by Adam Gutel. Oh, no, is a musical with music and lyrics by Adam Gutel.
Light on the Piazza or whatever?
The Light on the Piazza, based on the 1960 novella by Elizabeth Spencer. Yeah, Adam Gutel.
He was a Sondheim mentee.
Okay, I wrote that name down when I get to the part where we need composer and lyricist.
Yeah, let's have
Adam
him
Gutel.
do it. Let's have Gutel do it.
Fantastic.
I feel like it's fixed now immediately.
Well, what else do we need for story? Because, like, obviously we're going to replace Asha with Mickey, and we have the idea of fascism town. People are giving up their wishes, but you can't give up their wishes because that's really who you are.
It's just too much. It's too much. Instead of, like, I willingly give up my wishes, just have somebody be a fucking wish stealer.
Okay. Or people, I mean, I like the idea of, like, people don't realize, and because I like the message of don't give your wish up in the hopes that someone else will grant it for you eventually.
You gotta make your wish come true.
You gotta make your wish come true yourself. Like, I think that message is good.
Yes. I think they didn't quite hit it home.
No. But, like, it's like the Walt Disney thing. Like, he had to work really hard to get his wish granted of never being seen smoking on camera. And I think that takes a lot of work. And, like, in developing a whole special kind of pointing, which actually is about holding a cigarette. The important thing is, but I like that idea. I like the idea of people willingly going to this town to offer their wishes up because, oh, my wish will get granted. I just have to live here, and then all of a sudden that wish will get granted someday. I think that's good because, like, it's a good, easy premise. So, like, yeah, why wouldn't I do that? And then we learn about all the different problems around it. We get to see the wishes being granted of all the other Disney movies. And we get to but like, well, if I can't get my wish magically granted one way, I'll get my wish magically granted another way. And you're flipping through all the different stories and you find Pinocchio. When you wish upon a star, great, you go make a wish upon a star.
Right.
And what are stars? Because the sky's been blacked out. We find a star. That wish is so good it pulls a star through the blackness. And the star has to come down because it's the only way it can grant the wish because it can't grant it through the blackness of the covered up sky. So then we get Adorable Star bouncing around. It's like, oh, everyone has to know about this. I have to tell everyone about getting wishes granted. Goes around the town, but because everyone is missing that component part of themselves where they want to have wishes granted, that's missing. So no one wants to help because they're like, why would I? Our wish is just going to get granted someday anyway. Why would I need to actually put any effort into anything?
Right.
So then Mickey has to go set the wishes free because he's realizing all these people are only living half lives. Donald turns him in, becomes Big Strong Donald, which is genuinely very funny.
So fun.
You could also have
a shooting star. Like, people wish on a shooting star. Why not just have the shooting star, like, plummet and land and be like, I gotta get back up into the fucking sky.
I like the idea of...
And then you have the bad guy being like, I gotta get that star.
Because then Mickey's kind of just like a victim of circumstance. It's just like, Mickey's like, well, I found the star. I didn't make a decision that is letting me have the star. Like, it's not something that Mickey did.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mickey going and making the wish, and that's what pulls the star down. Like, I think we can still do that, but I think it needs to be instigated by Mickey making the wish himself.
Yeah, I think so.
And then, yes, chasing down, like, no, a star got out. Like, that can ruin my whole plan of stealing everybody's wishes. But I feel like, no, we don't need the evil book. Evil from the beginning. Using the wishes to, like, give himself more power. You can even do the Chernobog thing of, like, as El Cid gets stronger.
El Cid.
That's what I'm remembering. I don't know why. Yen Cid.
It's Disney backwards.
It's impossible. No one could ever possibly remember that. You get to see the Chernobog thing of the shadows creeping over the land and, like, making the kingdom bigger, and no one realizes that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And also because that's, like, the coolest thing Chernobog does in Fantasia.
I mean, that's if you want to incorporate all of these, like, like the member berries. That's
sure.
what it felt like a little bit in this movie. Like, member Bambi?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember Bambi.
Well, I think those are dumb because it serves no purpose. Like, having Mickey, like, go on this thing on his own anyway is kind of member berry enough. And, like, putting up the posters, I think, is the member berries. But, like, having an actual deer named Bambi, an actual bear named Baloo, no.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think Mickey needs 7 friends.
Right. Mickey doesn't need 7 friends. She didn't need 7 friends. I was just like, this is so... Because they only really had 3 of them talk anyway.
Yeah. And only one of them, technically 2 of them did anything.
Right.
So, yeah. Donald and Goofy.
Yeah.
And you can have Donald turn them in, or you can have Goofy turn them in. Because if you have Goofy turn them in, it's like, I've granted you your wish. I give you your new name. Sirius.
Right. That's so dumb.
Yes, I agree.
And let me give you a different pitch.
Sure.
Beetlejuice. And then... But if Pluto is in place of that goat, that's like a nod to Esmeralda's goat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Look, I guess Alan Tudyk needs more work.
I would love it if the star made Pluto talk for a split second and then took away its voice because it was like, wah! And that's like a fun joke.
I do like that joke. I mean, fundamentally, we don't
like,
need the goat.
Hey, Ricky! I was like, whoa.
I'm glad you don't talk.
I'm so glad. Ha! Hey, buddy! Ha 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 ha!
No, I agree with that. The idea of, yeah, you already have the animal companion and it's Pluto. Great.
And then you just have Goofy going like, man, a dog talking's weird!
Yes, okay, great. Fully on board with that. We also have, good, cool. And then Big Evil, we can have the reveal that Yen Sid is, well, now that I know it's Disney backwards.
You didn't know that?
I'm sure 10 years ago I did, and it's just something that's just left. But, like, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, yeah.
But that's why it should have been Yen Sid, because it's Disney. Like, everything about this is supposed to be celebrating Disney.
Yes, you're correct.
So it's like, what are we doing? Like, make the bad guy a really hot fucking chick that can shapeshift and make herself look like Yen Sid, or make herself look like Donald, or make herself look like whoever.
That's who it needs to be.
Like, when's the last time we had a hot, sexy bad guy?
Funny. It needs to be Morgana.
Morgana, yeah.
Morgana, the younger sister of Ursula, as opposed to Morgana from Rescuers. So Morgana from the sequel to The Little Mermaid is Ursula's younger sister.
Oh.
The skinnier version of Ursula.
Oh, good for her.
Who is also a shapeshifter.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. I mean, she's basically just skinny Ursula.
Well, I mean, this sorcerer in this movie was like a combination of Jafar and Ursula.
Yes. With a little bit of the magic man from Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, but it wasn't
in that he made an evil deal with darker forces, and that eventually betrayed him.
Oh, yeah.
And those magic powers were green.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I love Dr. Facilier.
Dr. Facilier is the best part of that movie, and it is not even close.
Dr. Facilier made me go like, oh, he killed a bug! And then I was like, oh, he just killed a bug.
The moment when he genuinely kills the bug is a huge moment.
It is. And you're like, oh my God. And then it's like, well, if we're just taking a step back,
yeah,
it's not a human that turned into a frog that he killed.
No.
It's a bug who was born a bug.
Right.
And then I'm like, I've killed so many bugs.
So many. I'm actively willing to do it again.
You know what? Dr. Facilier, bad as people say.
No, he just was just a street magician who wanted to make everybody's lives a little bit better. Yeah. Anyway, but yes, a little bit of Dr. Facilier is mixed in, and we don't need that. But I also like the idea of making the villain from one of the spin-off direct-to-VHS bad guys. Who's like, this is what I had to make myself be in order to work in this town.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I honestly was missing the Giant. I was like, I love the Giant from Fun and Fancy Free.
Sure.
Like, if we're gonna do nods to fun Disney characters, give me the Giant that goes like, fee, fi, fo, fum.
Yeah, great, let's do it. Okay, so then that's basically it. And then
Joanna.
And Joanna. Obviously Joanna. Joanna is here, and if Mickey has an animal companion in Pluto, Magnifico has an animal companion in Joanna.
Oh, that. You know, I will say this. I was wondering, watching this movie, where the villain sidekicks were.
The villain's sidekick was the Queen. So, can we talk about the Queen for a second?
Yes, because she gets away with murder.
She's
like, he's actually bad, and then like becomes the Queen at the end.
Yeah.
But it's like, but you were taking everybody's wishes the whole time too.
Like, you were fully on board with all of this.
Yeah.
I kept expecting the reveal to be that he took her wish and was just controlling her.
Something. It was just so weird.
It's just like, everyone just willingly drank the Kool-Aid.
She's like way younger than him. I was like, was her wish to just be beautiful forever?
Genuinely, maybe. But like, it's also like everyone just willingly just like fully fell in line and complied in advance.
Yeah.
And there's
a lyric in his villain song where I was like, oh, you know what? That's fine. Because he goes like, everybody's so ungrateful. They live rent-free. I don't make them pay rent. I don't make them, like, have to buy food. Like, everything's free. And I was like, he's not that bad.
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy then. What a bad lyric.
Look, I make the trains run on time.
No, hey. He's not killing anybody. And everybody gets to live rent-free.
Yeah.
No taxes.
No. I mean, the taxes are just like the inner part of yourself that yearns.
Just like you're yearning.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I can pay in a little bit of yearning on an installment plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we have our sense of what we want, of what we think the movie needs to be. It needs to be about Mickey. Now, recasting it's going to be a little bit harder. Obviously, we're going to have Adam Guttell be our composer and lyricist.
Yeah, that fixes like 70% of the problem.
I went through and recast Asha, Magnifico, the goat.
If they were to stay.
Yeah, Dahlia, the best friend. I gave us one of the other friends, and then I redid the Queen. Just for poops and gigs.
Okay.
Because I'm like, well, let's give us some other it's a thing I do. I've done this for 184 prior episodes, and I'm not stopping now.
Right.
So I know you didn't come in with that, so I'll just like.
Yeah, my recasting was like
the lyricist.
Mickey as Asha,
right,
and Yen Sid as,
which I'm happy to do. So like Asha can still be played by, because like the way Mickey's vocal performance goes is it doesn't need to be a dude anyway. Yeah. It can still be a female performer. And so I went with an actress who has a background with Disney a little bit. She was on the TV show The Runaways. She's an actress named Ariella Bearer. And part of the reason why I went with her is because, again, Asha's Jewish for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. So I cast a young Jewish actress to be Asha, or in this case, Mickey.
Right.
So, fine. Yen Sid. So here's the thing. I cast Winston Duke, who I think can be like the face, but I think we need the fabulous female villain. I don't have someone for that, so who do you think would be a fabulous female villain who can absolutely fucking kill a song when it's the true reveal villain song?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't think Yen Sid is the bad guy.
No, I'm so sorry, you're right.
So let's do a fun casting choice for him, and let's make Clancy Brown Yen Sid.
Okay.
Yeah, for this sexy, hot chick that's a bad guy.
Who's your favorite Broadway starlet right now?
That you're like, why? Well, oh.
I mean, like, because the whole thing with Frozen, like, obviously Idina Menzel was a star.
Yeah.
I mean, she was in Rent, for goodness sake. But, like, who is kind of coming up as potentially the next Idina Menzel?
Well, the thing about the bad guy, like, like in Oliver and Company, they had Bette Midler play the poodle. And yes, Bette Midler was a Broadway person, but she was more like, she was also like a pop star and a movie star by then and things like that. So I kind of want Chaperone to be the bad guy.
Okay.
If she can act.
I don't know who this is, so I'm just going to have to...
Chapel Roan?
Oh, Chapel Roan.
Yeah,
I heard
Pony Club?
Yeah, I know who Chapel Roan is. I heard Chaperone.
Chaperone?
Chaperone. She'll get you where you need to go.
She was in The Prom.
I wrote down Chaperone. Chapel Roan. That makes more sense. Great. Done. Sold.
That'll get some butts in the seats.
Yeah. And I had recast Valentino the goat, the Alan Tudyk character. I'd made it Jenny Slate, but we're not going to do that now. So I'm just going to cross that off.
You can make Jenny Slate Pluto for 2 seconds, and then it's like, ah!
Great, sure, fine. The best friend, Kelly Marie Tran.
Oh, sure.
Sure, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, mine it's Goofy's voice.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. So we need a Donald and a Goofy, and we need people who can be Donald and Goofy.
Yeah, I guess Eric Bauza just play everybody.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure he has a voice for all of them. Just throw Grey Griffin in there for fun. I think she goes by a different last name now, like Grey Dizelle or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Dizelle. It was like Delisle?
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Grey Delisle. So yeah, Eric Bauza and Grey Delisle.
They'll cover all the voices that we need. I'm sure she's got a great Daisy.
Yeah, and then the Queen, but which no longer exists because we have Yensid and we have Morgana.
And to me, Yensid is gay.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously, but he's a bachelor.
Of course. A swinging bachelor. So I'm going to erase the Queen being Christina Applegate.
Oh, that's a fun choice.
Yeah, I felt good about it, but with the movie that we have, it doesn't really make sense. And then I have a writer and for this recreation.
Oh, who's your writer? And we're not putting ourselves in the running.
I mean, I've done this so many times. It'd be a real boring show if every single time I was like, and obviously we're the writers. But yes. Everyone tries to get away with that.
Obviously, I'm the writer.
Obviously, if
I get it under WGA.
And above scale.
Above scale, WGA.
Points on the back end.
Mm-hmm. And with a guaranteed 45-day theater release at least.
Absolutely. But outside of that, the writer that I found other than you is Brenda Chapman, she wrote on Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and Brave. She's kind of like we're getting a Disney writer, let's get a Disney writer.
Oh, that's so funny. I went the same route.
Oh yeah? Who'd you have?
Chris Sanders.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Which things has Chris Sanders done?
Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon.
I got him to direct.
And iRobot. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm fine with a 2-for-1. I'm fine with making Chris Sanders the writer and director.
Because in the original version it's Asha, I was like, we should probably have a woman writing this. And so that's why I was like, Chris Sanders to direct, Brenda Chapman to write, for that. But since it's Mickey, no reason why we can't make Chris Sanders do everything.
Yeah, let's just have Chris Sanders do everything.
All right, we can do that.
But pay him for one.
I mean, obviously, it's Disney.
It's Disney.
But yeah, so that is Wish. Here is the cast as we have it. Mickey is going to be Ariella Bearer. Yensid is going to be Clancy Brown. Morgana will wear the face of Winston Duke before revealing that she is Chapel Roan. Pluto will be briefly voiced by Jenny Slate and then go back to not being able to speak. Eric Bauza and Grey Delisle will be the voices of
everyone.
Donald and Goofy and Daisy and Minnie and everyone else who needs voicing.
Yeah, they got it.
And then all of this will be written by Brenda Chapman and directed by Chris Sanders, but importantly, composed and lyricized by Adam Guttell.
I think it should be written by Chris Sanders. I'm sorry. I think Chris Sanders, great, fine director. I think he's great. I think he's actually a better writer than he is a director.
Then written and directed by Chris Sanders.
Okay, deal.
Written and directed by Chris Sanders, composed and lyricized by Adam Guttell. That is Wish.
Yeah.
You gonna go see this movie?
I would see it once it's streaming. See it streaming.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Stephanie, thank you so much for being my guest for today's episode of Ideal Remake. No thank you for making me watch the movie, but I was going to have to watch it eventually anyway. Yeah, I thought, watching it, I do want to say I did call you yesterday going, hey, I have second thoughts because I don't
I don't think it should be remade.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And if I didn't have plans,
Yeah.
I might have considered watching a different movie last night and recasting and doing all of my homework.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Oh well.
Oh well.
But yeah, thank you for being my guest. Now's the time. If you have social medias or anything you want to plug or make people watch, now's the time to tell people about it.
My Instagram is @StephStrice. I'm in development right now, so I can't.
Do you have a
Plug that.
website with classes that if anyone's interested in
Oh,
writing?
yeah, I teach classes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have upcoming workshops right now through the PAC Theater. And so you can learn if you're interested in the business of writing. I teach one workshop where it teaches you 9 different ways to get representation and how to get meetings without representation and how to get jobs in general. So that's one workshop. Another one is structure of a pilot, where I just teach the math of a pilot using examples. And another one is the structure of a pitch, where I teach the structure of a film pitch and the structure of a television pitch.
Good.
I teach both of them in the one workshop.
And you can find that through your website or through the PAC Theater.
The PAC Theater, but if you message me, I could maybe cut you a deal.
Great. If anyone is interested in following me, I am on Instagram @Ideal Remake, spelled like the podcast, or you can follow me on BlueSky @SamGasch, SamGasch. If you have seen the movie Wish and also want to complain about it, you feel free to join the Dueling Genre Discord, which has a link in the show notes of this very episode. So now I will end this episode the same way I end every episode. Stephanie.
Yes?
What is your favorite quote from the movie Wish?
You know what my favorite quote is? I don't have to look it up, because I just, you heard it and you knew that the writers, by the way, 4 writers. Great sign. You knew that they were like, oh my God, I'm a genius. I'm so funny. I'm a genius. And he's crushing wishes. And he's like, oh, this person wants wishes for a fantasy land. How about Neverland?
Yeah.
And then there's oh, this person's wishing for true love. So much for true love. And it was just quoting Disney quotes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
For the record, there's 6 writers. Anyway.
no.
Screenplay by, story by, screenplay by, story by, story by, story by, and then 2 additional story materials.
Ugh. That's so bad.
It's not great, but we fixed it, and now it's fixed forever. So,
And it only required 2 writers.
and to be fair, Stephanie did most of the heavy lifting.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
You'll get additional material by then.
You know what? It's something. I'll take it. It's a real resume booster. All right, everybody. Goodbye.